Hello, my name is Yannick. During my free time, I love traveling, cooking, and reading.
An eligible bachelor in the building. Yannick, welcome to the well. How are you?
Thank you. I'm doing well. Thank you. How are you doing?
I am good. First of all, you are on a virtual red carpet. You may not see it, but you are on a red carpet. Thank you for coming for the conversation on singleness.
Thank you for the invite.
So who's Yannick? Tell us a bit about Yannick.
Okay. Yannick is I don't know if I say young man, but I'm in my mid-30s, and I work full-time as a customer advisor.
Okay.
And as I've said already, I like cooking, I like reading, and I love traveling as well. And French is my first language, so...
Oh, vous parlez français?
Si, bien sûr, je parle français, c'est ma première langue en plus.
Oh, ça c'est bon. Moi aussi, mais je suis étudiante. Je parle un peu. Parce que quand j'étais jeune, j'ai étudié français pour cette année.
Oh no.
How was that?
No, that was good. I'm impressed.
Really? Did you get it?
Yeah, that was good.
Thank you. I'm reviving my French lessons, actually. But it's good to know you speak French. Now I know who I can come to for a little practice here and there.
Definitely.
So I have a few questions for you firstly. It's a quick game. We've not done this before, but you're going to introduce just 5 questions to get us to know you a bit more, yeah?
Yep.
So pick one answer from these. Coffee or tea?
I'll go for tea, but depending on the mood, but I'll go for tea.
Depends on the mood. Yeah, but I'm also a tea person. Depends on the mood. Sweet or savory?
Savory.
Savory, okay. Cinema or hill walking?
Hill walking.
Hill walking? Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
I love traveling. I love discovering new places, so I go for hill walking.
Got you. Okay. Morning or evening person?
Morning person.
Ooh, morning person. Okay. Suit and tie or jeans and sneakers?
That's a tricky one though. I'll go for suit and ties.
Of a jeans and sneakers?
Yeah, but the thing is quite tricky because it does depend on the occasion. So.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll go for suit and tie, yes.
Sure, suit and tie, okay. Suit and tie for real. Okay. So Yannick, are you single? Are you not single? Tell us a bit about your status. Is Yannick single?
Okay. Of course, I'm here because I'm single.
Yes.
So yeah, single for a couple of years now, but yeah, I hope that it will change soon. Yeah.
Okay. And what does that mean to you, being single?
I think being single for me simply means not being married.
Okay.
So being by yourself, by a simple definition of being single.
So does it mean you don't have a girlfriend, or you're talking to someone, or it just means nothing is happening? I'm solo though.
At the moment, no girlfriend, so nothing is happening yet.
Okay, so single, 120% single.
Definitely.
Okay, so did you think you'd be single at this point in the year? Did you think you'd be flying solo?
No. What I thought at this time of the year, I thought I'd be married, kid, family, everything will have been sorted, career, wife, kids, but things do not always work the way we planned them.
Okay. How come you planned it that way? How come you believe? Tell us a bit about the background to you believing.
I think it has to do with the background where we're coming from, because I'm originally from Cameroon.
Okay.
And I think most of the African countries, men tend to get married in their late 20s or early 30s.
Yeah.
So to start building family. So this is how we were wired.
Okay.
Getting married a little bit earlier. So that's a bit background of me thinking I would have been married by this time.
Okay. So what are you doing with yourself in your single season?
Discovering myself and doing what I like doing most, like traveling, because I know that by the time you are in a relationship or you're married, you won't be able to travel as much as you want. So at the moment, I can just decide, let me go there, and that's it, I'm done. Yeah. So it's time for this self-discovery and traveling as much as possible.
Okay. What have you found about yourself in the single season, during this self-discovery journey? What have you found out about yourself? It could be mentally, it could be emotionally, it could be spiritually. What discoveries have you made?
I would say the big discovery being single by myself is that I need the other side of the coins to somebody that sees different than me, because most of the time I have my way of thinking and my way of doing things. I think me being single, I've realized that I need somebody else that sees different, that will bring that other side of the coins.
Okay, so an opposite. You discover you have need for like an opposite.
Yeah.
That's beautiful. That's a beautiful thing. Do you feel emotionally ready for a relationship?
Emotionally ready? I would say yes. Because it's what I think is that it's not good for somebody that's not emotionally ready to start a relationship, because it will not only hurt them, it will hurt the other person as well, because they won't be able to engage fully in the relationship. So I say, yeah, I'm ready for that. Ready for the relationship.
Wonderful. Now, can we expound a bit more on that? How are you preparing to enter a relationship? Is there anything at all that you feel this is great preparation to move on from singleness?
I think it does depend with the person I want to move with.
Yes.
So if it's somebody I know already, somebody I chat with already, at least as a friend, so there's nothing I will do, or there's not much preparation I will do. But if it's somebody I do not know, somebody I do not speak with, so I will be careful maybe on the grooming, on how I dress, or those kind of stuff.
I like that. So you're saying you're flexible depending on who you meet.
Yes, correct. Yeah.
Maybe style adjustments, sneakers and jeans.
Yes, definitely. So it depends. Yeah, it depends on the person. It depends on the person I have in front of me. Yeah.
That is a beautiful thing, Yannick. Now, can you tell me, just to rewind back a bit, can you tell me some of the challenges of being a single guy in his mid-30s?
Some of the challenges of a single guy being at the early 30s, you've got the family breathing at your neck. It's quite a challenge. It's quite a challenge because, the family goes like, or the parents going like, oh, listen, I want a kid. I want kids. I want to be grandparent. I want to carry your team. So this is quite a challenge at the end of the day. We may not say it, but that's true, especially from the culture where I'm coming from. Whereby when your parents got married by 25, 26, and they start looking at you in a funny way, you go like, yeah, I know what you mean, but that's quite a challenge as well.
It's very incredible that you can actually admit it and say it. People don't like to say, but there's quite a bit of pressure, often for younger adults from grandparents and from parents and grandparents saying, when's a grandkid coming? When you bring someone home? It's a real thing.
Yeah.
How are you managing that? How are you navigating that sort of pressure?
No, for me, at the end of the day, I will not get myself into a relationship for the sake of being there to please somebody.
Facts.
So I've told them, listen, I'm taking my time. When I meet the one, I know she's the one, and then I'm going for it. So there's no point of me jumping from one girl to another just for you to feel safe that I'm dating somebody or I'm building something.
What do you enjoy about being single? Are there any perks to being single?
Being single, you do what you want when you want to do it. Freedom of doing anything you want when you want to do it. But the other side of the coins as well, there are some activities you don't want to do alone. You want to do it with somebody you love. Yeah. So this is the other side of the coins that you go like, oh, I wish I had somebody. A bit like me, I love traveling. Yeah. So sometimes sitting there traveling by myself or sitting down the plane by myself, I go like, oh, I wish somebody was sitting next to me.
That's true.
But of course, I do enjoy traveling when I want to travel. Nobody goes like, no, you don't have to travel or you must not travel now. So,
the flexibility, you really enjoy that flexibility.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, so tell me a bit about qualities you would look for in a lady.
In a lady, interesting. I would say first and foremost somebody that loves God and honors God.
Okay.
For me, I think this is.
How would you know that?
I mean, the more you speak with somebody, the more you get to know the person. So the person can hide it so good at the beginning, but with time, they will not be able to hide it. Yeah. So the longer you speak with somebody, the better you know their hearts, what they like or what they love. For me, this is number one. So second, and very important for me, I'm going for somebody that's quiet. Now, I am quiet by nature. Yeah, so...
Hang on, Yannick, let's rewind this a bit.
Yeah, okay.
You said that you're looking for an opposite.
Yes. Now, exactly. This is the funny thing. Now, opposite doesn't mean somebody that do not speak. When I
Okay.
say quiet, somebody that speak but knows how to when to stop. Now, I cannot handle girls that goes on and on and on and on and on and on. I mean, I can't handle that. I've tried it already, but I mean, yeah, somebody that speak, but she knows when to go quiet, when to
Okay.
speak. Yeah,
Okay. Yes.
and I'm looking for somebody friendly as well.
Friendly. Okay.
Somebody independent that
Okay.
can do stuff by herself, not me being there like nurturing, doing almost all the thinking,
Okay.
and somebody well groomed as well.
Okay. Let's dive deep a bit into well groomed. I think this is a big one for singles. What does well groomed look like?
I would say somebody that's smart casual if I put it in those ways.
Okay.
So not going the extra mile of all the attires, the makeup, and somebody that's well presentable if I put it in those ways. Yes.
Got you. I like that. Yes, that's dope. And then you also said something about independent. Break that down a bit. What does an independent woman look like to you? Because sometimes there's the extreme, and then sometimes it's on a spectrum, if you know what I mean. So
yeah, no, it's right. I mean, when I say independent, I'm looking for somebody that knows what she wants and is going for that, giving everything to going to achieve what she wants.
Yeah.
Not
So,
somebody like sorry?
A go-getter.
Yeah, somebody that knows where she wants to focus her goal.
Yeah.
I just come in the relationship maybe just to give a little bit of idea, but she's striving just by herself, going there. But she needs somebody like a shoulder, counselor, a friend, just somebody to chat up with.
Okay. So she's got her own thing going on, basically.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Wow.
Definitely.
Okay. What do you believe to be a man's role in a relationship? We talked about this a bit, but just expand a bit more on what you believe to be a man's role in a relationship.
A man's role in a relationship, that's quite interesting. Now, I believe for me, a man's role in a relationship is more about protecting, or one of the roles is protecting emotionally and physically the partner.
Okay.
I think, like caring as well, and providing, if I put it in those four mainstreams of a man's role in a relationship. And leading, of course, being the head of the family and leading.
Leading, protecting.
Caring, protecting, yes.
Okay.
And providing.
Okay. So tell us a bit about how you would approach women. What is your style of approaching women? Do you sometimes ask for a friend to give you a number? Do you go straight? Do you DMs on social media? What do you think is your approach, and what do you think is the best approach?
Now, in terms of best approach, I don't know if there is a best one. Everybody have their own style of approaching people. So some people will go straight. Mm-hmm. I will tend not to go straight. But again, it depends. Again, it will depend on the situation. Okay. If I meet a girl and I know that is the only time I might meet her, then I will go straight.
Okay. You don't want to meet
if I know,
so you'd hit straight.
Yeah. But if I know, for example, in the context of where we are at church, and I've seen a lady and I like her, I will not go straight. I will try to build friendship first. So it will depend on who I meet, if I will meet them again, if we have the same circle of friends. So it will depend on the approach.
That's quite wise. So you say you take time out to get to know the person on a friendship level.
Yeah.
And how would you go about it? How would you still ask the person out for a coffee as friends? Would you look for ways where there's the group meeting? That's quite tricky.
No, it's quite tricky though. I will say I might invite for coffee first.
Oh, but that could be misconstrued as a date. Not a friend.
No, but exactly. What I will say is that if we have built up friendship first, we are friends. So I might invite you for a coffee just to get to know you better, and then we'll see how it goes from there.
Okay. So you'd make it clear that, hey, let's go hang for a coffee as friends. Let's get to know each other as friends. No pressure, just casual conversation. And then if you like the person, you then say, let's be a bit more, yeah?
Yes, but we have to agree as well that when a guy comes to you and say, let's go for coffee, in your head, at the back of your head, you're like, he might be interested in me. He might have an interest. So,
yes,
which is good as well, because if you go there as just a friend, it's likely that she will open up and you will open up as well.
Okay.
So, and then you get to know each other better.
Okay.
But if you, I mean, it does depend on with some girls. If you go straight with like relationship or dating, they may shut themselves, or even the guy, they may shut themselves.
Okay.
But if you go as friend first, I mean, the conversation might flow better.
Yeah, I think that's definitely wiser. It's definitely wiser to just be casual in the first instance and just see how it goes. You know, especially in the context of church and being brothers and sisters and serving together. I think that's definitely a wise approach.
Thank you.
Okay, so what is an ideal first date for you? Where would you, if you were going on a date, what would be your ideal first date?
Ideal first date. I think for me, an ideal first date, we have two things: a walk and sitting somewhere to eat.
Okay.
Simply because I know behind food, or food can lead people to talk so much. Yeah, I mean, I've seen people telling me things behind while eating that they would have never said that if they were not eating. Okay. So I would say for me, an ideal date is taking the girl out for dinner.
Okay.
We had a nice meal, we had a good drink, we had a lovely conversation, and then we go for a walk.
Okay.
For me, that'd be the ideal date. Simply because in that environment, you get to know the person.
Yeah.
It's true some other people like doing physical activities, which is not bad, it's great. Yeah. But you do not have time to talk with the person, to get to know the person. Yeah. Because meeting somebody at church is different from meeting somebody at the restaurant or outside of church. So I think the vibe are different.
So can you tell me something that you'd like to live with singles at the moment? Something that, you know, can encourage them, strengthen them, help them be in the right mindset and emotions as they go through their single life. What would you say to singles in the current season?
I think the only thing I would say to single in the current season is that you need to love yourself before being loved by somebody else. Because if you depend on somebody else's love to be happy, you will never be happy. So love yourself before loving somebody else. Enjoy your own self before opening up to somebody else. Then you will be happy, so that when there's nobody in your 20s, 30s, you know that life still goes on.
Wow.
Okay, for young women that are looking to settle down, I think the only thing I will say to young women is that, I mean, don't look down on yourself if you have nobody.
Wow.
And never be afraid of approaching anybody you like. So it's better a no than somebody that you could have missed by not speaking.
Wow. So tell me about this. Do you are you okay with girls asking guys out on a date?
Yeah, for me, I don't mind. I don't see anything wrong in a girl inviting a guy out.
Okay.
I think it's bold. I think from the girl is bold, but I like it. I like bold at times. So for me, there's nothing wrong with a girl approaching a guy like, whoa, you want a date or do you want a coffee?
And would you always go? Would you always go if anyone asked you, even if you didn't like them in that way?
Now, it depends on the girl. Some of the girls have said no.
Wow.
Or some before going, I would just say, listen, we are friends. If we go, that's because of friend. Because maybe I don't like the girl. But if I do like the girl, yes, I would definitely go.
Definitely go. Okay. So you've been on a date, you've had a good time, but you don't feel like this is something I would like to continue on. I don't feel for a second date. How would you navigate that sort of situation if you wanted to just friend zone the person?
I mean, I will try to look for nice words to speak to the person. Not on the day, after the date, of course. Yeah. Definitely just appreciate the date, appreciate the courage. Thank you for the interest, but sorry, we cannot be more than friends. We can't just remain friends. Okay. I mean, with the polite ways as possible.
Okay. And then obviously we're in lockdown. We don't see each other as often. We don't go to church as often. We don't meet in groups as often. What do you think singleness and dating is going to look like now? How do you think it's going to progress forward?
It's quite interesting because I think even right now, a lot of people are dating.
Yeah, that's
true. Some people are doing their side dating or going online dating. I think at the end of the lockdown, we might be surprised with what we'll see actually, because a lot of people are talking on the phones. So I would not be surprised to see new couples at the end of the lockdown, because people need to relate, people need to speak.
Yeah.
So I think a lot of couples are being kind of coming together in the background.
Okay.
And it might go fast as well at the end of the lockdown, seeing people, and people will go like, yeah, speed dating.
People will just come out and be like, where is she? Where is he?
Yeah, exactly. Because for somebody that has been single or alone during lockdown, he might be afraid of a next lockdown being single.
Okay.
So you see, he will go like, if it ever happens again, at least I need somebody. So yeah, let's do it. Let's go for speed dating.
You're funny, Yannick. Oh, that's true. That's true. Never thought of that actually. That's true. So we're saying people are definitely meeting. Things are still happening behind the scenes.
Yeah. I think so. A lot of things are happening behind the scenes. Yeah.
Dis au revoir à tous les mots, s'il vous plaît.
They want me to say that in French.
Oui.
Say the goodbye in French. Okay, I'll do that in French. Ok, ça a été un réel plaisir pour moi d'être avec vous là aujourd'hui. Une opportunité pour moi en plus de m'ouvrir et de découvrir les internautes que vous êtes. En ce qui concerne vos sentiments, vous êtes seul, c'est vrai, mais ce n'est pas une raison de vous jeter dans les bras de n'importe qui. Apprenez à vous aimer tel que vous êtes et la bonne personne viendra. Au revoir.
Merci beaucoup, mesdames et messieurs. Voici Yannick Mbok. Or should I say, ladies, Yannick Mbok.